YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. LaValle Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
The stage is set here for the quarterfinal in Sutton. Hello, everybody, and welcome. You're watching Yankee Cable Network coverage of tonight's game between the visiting Gilford Golden Eagles and the hosting Kearsarge Cougars. My name is Berkeley Stevens, pleased to be bringing you the play-by-play tonight. This may be the best rivalry in all of Division III girls basketball over the last 2 seasons. Last year, Gilford had their season ended in this very gym. Kearsarge beat them in last year's quarterfinal on February 15th, 2023 by a score of 48-29. Ava Shapiro led the Cougars with 16 points in the win. Her dynamic duo, Tessa Marinello, was right behind her in that contest with 15 points. This year, the teams met twice in the regular season. Gilford beat Kearsarge here, and Kearsarge went on the road and beat Gilford in their gym. So much for home court advantage. It's bound to be a great game and a slugfest to keep the season and hopes of a state championship alive. I'll have more on tonight's matchup for you, and we'll hear the starting lineups when we return after this short break.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997, and much further back as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Baba's award-winning chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Baba's Bar and Grill. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Intertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. And North Cape Design Build. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the quarterfinal game between the number 5 Gilford Golden Eagles and the number 4 seeded Kearsarge Cougars. This is a matchup we, YCN, covered earlier this year. These two teams met on January 3rd here in Sutton, and Gilford won 55-53 in a stunner of a game. Olivia Keenan led the Golden Eagles in scoring with 17 points, but it was the play of Millie Calden and Megan Hughes that pulled Gilford to complete the 14-point comeback win against Kearsarge. called in. One of the state's best soccer players showed off her quickness on transition plays and racked up steal after steal to provide huge defensive stops and points in transition. And Megan Hughes, well, she made the game-winning three-point shot in the final 20 seconds. The Kearsarge Cougars have their own lineup of sharpshooters. They were on full display in their opening round against Fall Mountain. Ava Shapiro was lights out. She drained 4 3-pointers in the first half alone, and her playoff performance was her best performance of the entire season, setting a new single-game season high of 16 points. Tessa Marinello did her thing as always, dropped in 21 en route to the Kearsarge Cougars win over Fall Mountain, and that continues us here tonight. The rivalry between Kearsarge and Gilford resumes. Splitting games in the regular season, picking up wins on the road. Kearsarge now have to prove that they can defend home court against the Golden Eagles. This is all in chase of a state championship. Let's talk about them. For Gilford, they won in 2009 the Class M state championship, and their most recent one, 2016, was a Division III state championship. As for Kearsarge, they won in 1998 and 2002, both with Ed Tenney manning the helm as the head coach. He took a brief break, 10 years or so, but he's back in his second year with the Cougars, and he's got the same goal in mind, a state championship. And now we'll turn things over to public address announcer Bubba Williams to present tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Marty Brown Court in the Carl D. Hill Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Kearsarge Regional High School. Tonight's Division III quarterfinal matchup features the Golden Eagles of Gilford High School and the Cougars of Kearsarge Regional High School. The Eagles are coached by Scott Currier, and the Cougars are coached by Ed Tenney. Now introducing our starting lineups. For Gilford, at guard, a senior number 1, Brian Gutter. For Kearsarge, the forward, a sophomore number 3, Lucy Dole. For Gilford, at guard, a senior number 3, Millie Coleman. For Kearsarge, at guard, a junior number 10, Ava Shapiro. For Gilford, at forward, a senior number 10, Maya Shepard. For Kearsarge, at guard, a junior number 12, Jay Henry. For Gilford, a forward, a junior number 12, Olivia Keenan. For Kearsarge, at forward, a senior number 22, Hunter Boucher. And for Gilford, at forward, she's a senior, number 22, Megan Hughes. And for Kearsarge, up forward, she's senior number 21, Tessa Marinello. The officials for tonight's game are Peter DiPaolo, David Lutz, and Joe Kelly. And now, if you're able, would you please rise? Gentlemen, please move your hat. And if you so desire, place your hand over your heart and let's honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
with that, it is just about time for tip-off here in Sutton for the quarterfinal. Win or go home. The winner advances into the semis to face, I believe, either St. Thomas or White Mountain, the two teams on their side of the bracket playing simultaneously tonight. I believe that game tips off at 7, so we won't know for sure who they'll play, but St. Thomas, the #1 seed, had a bye in the first round, and then White Mountain got the upset win. The 9 seed beat the 8 seed Prospect Mountain in a stunner of a game, and now they've got their chance to battle the best after the regular season for a chance to play the winner of this one. Out there at the center line, Tessa Marinello squared off against Olivia Keenan. Marinello really no size matchup in this game for Gilford, but Gilford does defend Marinello very well. They're pretty quick to bring in the zone defense and try and double or even triple team Marinello near the free throw line, where she likes to facilitate the offense from. If she does that, the key for Ed Tenney's Kearsarge team is going to be shooting 3-pointers and make use of that space that opens up. Marinello right now at her winter home at the free throw line. They'd be looking to catch a pass here from one of her guards. Currently, it's O.C. Ilg in the far side corner. Now, Adara Boucher. They swing it across. Shapiro with the first shot of the game. 3-pointer, just off the mark, but Boucher reels it in. Kicks it out to Kendrigan, and the Cougars are able to reset this one back up to Shapiro. Inside they go to Marinello. You can see the triple team just looming around Marinello. Gonna be called for the travel here. Came down after the jump. Already we can see that this Gilford defense, they're locked in to play against her. So what can Kearsarge do to try and still use her as a weapon in some other way? Golden Eagles on their first attack. Really called in, takes the opening shot for the Golden Eagles off the glass and out. Ilg able to get the rebound and kick it over to Kendrigan. And across half court come the Cougars. Boucher to Ilg. Marinello catches it near the block inside, spins and scores up to the basket. Back out to Ilg and Shapiro now. This perimeter defense for the Golden Eagles really good to this point. Not a lot of space for the Cougars to work with. This is O.C. Ilg, the mid-range jumper just inside the arc. She gets the ball back from Boucher. Cougars doing a nice job so far, rebounding offensively. Ilg another 3-pointer, rolls off the rim and out. Catching that one on the far side, Megan Hughes. Now Calden has it, weaves her way in. Her pass just out of the reach of Maya Shepard, out of bounds on the baseline. "90 seconds gone by, no baskets yet. Both of these defenses standing tall to this point. Shapiro with the pass to Kendrigan, trying to move it quickly inside to Marinello, but swatting that one out of bounds is Shepard. This is something the Cougars are really good at, these inbound plays. At the start of the season, it was not a strong point for their team, but definitely one of their most improved aspects. They'll have another chance for it here. I believe it's going to be in the corner on the sideline, maybe from the baseline. They are going to pick this one up from the sideline here, just in front of the student section. Kearsarge boys team played their quarterfinal game last night. It went very well for them against Hopkinton, as Marinello finally drains the first basket of the game. The Kearsarge boys team beat Hopkinton for the first time in 7 years to advance to the state semifinal. Hopkinton has had their number, but the roles were finally reversed. Maya Shepard for Gilford picks up the foul. It's the first one of the game. Right now, Gilford showing that they're in a press. Ed Tenney's going to call timeout before the inbound play just to get the girls ready for it. We've played 2 minutes, and so far, just 2 points. Tessa Marinello was able to score from inside the paint to open things up here. Cougars inbound, Gilford in this press. Calden guarding Shapiro, starting to backpedal and stays in front of her. Cougars have to get across the line here. They had 1 second to do it, and just in the nick of time they get across. But Marinello had to pretty much travel to receive that pass. So a free turnover there, back to the Golden Eagles. How did Gilford get here? Well, they played a defensive game. They picked up a 32-23 win over Berlin as Marinello gets the steal. One-on-one in transition. Calden stays squared up, and Marinello lost the handle of it. Calden, the smallest player in tonight's game, going toe-to-toe, defending the biggest about as well as you possibly can. Now the Golden Eagles go to Shepard inside the paint. Shepard nearly lost it, but gets it back. Ryan Geyer puts up the floater. Still, it stays out. Kendrigan gets it back for the Cougars. Up the court to Boucher now. She pulls up, passes across. That one last touched, I believe, by Olivia Keenan. So the Cougars keep it. Shapiro gets the inbound, goes all the way across to Kendrigan. Calden steps up to guard Shapiro a little bit closer. Osceola with another three. She's been trying to find it from that spot, hasn't done it yet. Calden rebounds end to end, swatted down by Shapiro. What a block. Retreating all the way back to play some excellent defense. Here's another look. Keep your eye on number 10, the right-handed swat. Remember, Calden played some great defense on Marinello, and Shapiro says, I got your back, and gets it back here. Into the corner, out of bounds. Cougars regain possession. Very chippy game so far. 4:45 left in the first quarter. Both teams have tried to score inside. They've tried to launch the three. Calden gets another steal in transition. Shapiro's back to guard. The layup does fall through for Calden. And Gilford's on the board. We're tied up at 2s. Marinello in the block, catches it and lays it in up off the glass. Nice basket by Marinello there. Immediately breaking the tie, 4-2 Kearsarge. Megan Hughes, the pass over to Ryan Geyer. Geyer then kicks it out to Calden. She weaves her way to the free throw line. Hughes with some space for three, off the back of the rim, into the hands of Keenan. Ball on the court floor, Shapiro down there wrestling for it. No jump ball, she gets it to Boucher in time. Boucher with Ilg on her right, goes over, and Ilg finishes the play. A nice sequence there, end to end for Kearsarge. They extend that lead to 4, and it's 6-2. Student section, just like for the boys game, starting to love things here for the girls game. Another steal for the Cougars. Shapiro keeps possession as Marinello nearly lost it. Skips it across, but it's off the fingertips of Keenan, I believe, so the Cougars have it on the baseline still.
Gilford substitution, number 11, Grace Kelly.
Boucher looking for the targets inbound to find Shapiro. And I believe this is going to be a foul on Maya Shepard for the Golden Eagles.
Gilford foul, number 10, Maya Shepard. Her second, team 2.
That's Shepard's second.
Number 30, Sky Malte.
You may have heard Sky Malte checks into the game for Shepard here. Cougars inbounding. Kendrigan cuts under, but they float one over to Marinello. Off the glass, gets her own rebound off the side of the backboard. Now Shapiro, the three-pointer. It was looking good all the way. Flushed through the net, and it's 9-2 Kearsarge. They can't get away from themselves, though. Kearsarge led by 14 points in the first quarter. The last time Gilford was in this gym, and Gilford came all the way back. Ended up beating the Cougars by 2. Ryan Geyer for 3 off the back of the rim. It stays out. Marinello grabs it. Has to wrestle for it here. And I believe that one did touch last off Olivia Keenan trying to swat the pass. .255 left in the first. Cougars looking good to this point, but it's all about those intermission adjustments these two coaches make. Scott Currier for the Golden Eagles, he's done such an excellent job in just 2 seasons. Made the playoffs both times. As Marinello puts up the finger roll floater, she does grab her own board. Triple team, the kick out to the corner. Ilg has it now, and she gets it to Boucher. Shapiro with space, pulls the trigger, no good. Cougars still able to keep it though. Keenan, the last to tip that one.
22, Megan Hughes.
Hughes back in the game here for Gilford, but before we inbound, another brief timeout, this time taken by the Golden Eagles.
Gilford.
And HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Passing through Kentucky, check out their Muddy Paws Pet Wash and Auto Bath Car Wash on your way by. 9-2 the current score. Marinello's got 4 points for the Cougars. O'Seal banked a nice one in, and Ava Shapiro drained the game's first three-pointer. As for the Golden Eagles, just 2 points to their name. They came off of a layup by Millie Calden. She had another chance at a layup, but a nice block by Ava Shapiro denied her. Calden, though, still played great basketball even just to this point. She's already got 3 steals in this game. She's such a force, especially right there at midcourt. Can just really amp up this Gilford offense in transition plays like that. Jada Kendrigan with the ball here. Gilford now in a 2-3 zone coverage. Cougars look to the block, across the paint to Marinello. She'll range over to her right, squares up and floats in another. Marinello leads the game with 6 points. It's 11-2. Can't express enough how this Gilford team is not one that is going to go away early or go away easily. Between the ears, they know that they completed one of the best comebacks of the season against Kearsarge in their first meeting. They can't be counted out until the final buzzer. Shapiro, the pass across. Ilg still trying to find the three-pointer from that spot. 0 for 4 to this point. She scored 10 points in the opening round game against Fall Mountain. Gilford swinging across. Geyer couldn't hit the triple. Cougars once again coming up with the rebound. That's one thing about this matchup is Tessa Marinello, like I said in the pregame, has no real equal when it comes to height in this one, so she can really get activated for the offensive and defensive rebounds.
Number 12, Olivia Keenan.
So Kearsarge might get a lot of defensive stops that may come earlier against this opponent than others. Gilford has to just be sharp shooting and do their best to box out Marinello on the rebounds, but it's not easy. The All-State center slash forward, a force to be reckoned with. Shapiro gets the steal, and all alone, banks it in off the glass, rolls around the rim and in. Here's another look. Kicks the pocket of Ryan Geyer and goes end-to-end with it. On the other end, Geyer almost had a nice layup, challenged 3 Cougar defenders, but couldn't come up with it. Rolled all the way around the rim and stayed out. Now it's Marinello from the elbow, off the back of the rim, into the hands of Hughes. No shots in this game yet for Megan Hughes. She ranges over to the far side corner. Ryan Geyer's got the ball now. Looking to her right, she passes over to Millie Calden. Calden goes to the free throw line, kicks it out to Hughes. Hughes now going for it. Marinello might have gotten a hand on that one, but Gilford are able to get the ball back. 3 seconds left in the quarter, trying to challenge the buzzer here with a final shot. The time expires. After 1 quarter, Cougars out front by 11. It's 13-2. We're going to be back in just a minute with the second quarter. Stay tuned.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
And we are back for the second quarter between number 5 Gilford and number 4 Kearsarge. Cougars out in front by 11, 13-2. It looks like a healthy lead, but believe me, it is not. The first time they met this regular season here in Sutton, Kearsarge was leading 19-5 after the first quarter, and even that lead wasn't safe. Gilford came all the way back and ended up with the win. Wrestling forward here is Anderson. She causes the jump ball going up against Ryan Geyer. And I believe the almighty possession arrow is going to reward Kearsarge for this one. Miranda Anderson with it here, getting her first touches of the game. Boucher tries to work it inside the paint, back to Anderson, but it's swatted out of bounds by Gilford.
Kearsarge, number 5, 9 Wilson.
Naima Wilson checks into the game for the first time. O.C. Ilg heads over to the bench for a rest. Shapiro inbounds this one to Anderson. She rolls around up top. Wilson's got possession here, trapped a bit by Geyer. And then the pass just out of the reach of Marinello. Gilford looked a bit more aggressive on defense in that last possession there for Kearsarge. Left a lot less space between the player they were guarding and themselves that time. Definitely made Kearsarge a bit uncomfortable. That could be the reason for the sloppy passes. Halden's got it here, smallest player on the court, guarded by Marinello. Weaves her way through 3 Cougars, and there's a foul on the play.
Kearsarge foul, number 22, Adele Boucher. Her first, team 1.
Gilford need to get going in a hurry, though, if they want the story to be similar to the first time they met. This inbound play doesn't connect. Gilford do keep possession here. Number 3, Millie Calden, with the only Gilford basket to this point. Geyer hunting for a target to inbound to, finds Calden. Calden the kick out, Hughes the 3, off the back of the rim, hard and into the hands of Boucher. She'll pass it back to Marinello, and then she finds the point guard Shapiro to take it across half court. Wilson with it here, skips one over to Boucher. Now Shapiro glides back to center stage, and here's Anderson. Back over to Shapiro. You can see that Gilford leaving so little space between the player they're guarding and themselves now. They're getting right in the face of the Cougars anytime they've got the ball. It's almost putting some blinders on for Kearsarge. They're not able to pay attention to what long passes may be available. Marinello gets the rebound, foul on the play. I believe this could be another one on Shepard. This one is on Olivia Keenan.
12, Olivia Keenan, her first.
We'll get another look here, coming down with the rebound. Marinello, yes. Keenan definitely clipped Marinello's right arm on the shot there. First free throw was in and out of the hoop.
Number 3, O.C. Ilg, and number 12, Jada Kendrigan. The game for the Eagles, number 14, Leanna Keenan.
4 of the 5 Kearsarge starters now back out there as O.C. Ilg and Jada Kendrigan check back in. Marinello shooting her second, and it stays out. And I believe we've got a push here going to be called. Again, back-to-back fouls on Olivia Keenan.
Gilford foul, number 12, Olivia Keenan, her second, team 2.
O.C. Ilg to inbound, swatted out by Keenan. We'll do it again. This time Ilg goes all the way up the court to Shapiro. And I believe we've got an offensive foul here. It may be on Marinello.
Kearsarge foul, number 21, Tess Marinello. First, Team 2. Timeout, Gilford.
Gilford take the timeout here, yet to find the basket in the second quarter. There's been no baskets in the second quarter so far. These offenses trying to get comfortable again here. Additional support for the game of the week is being provided in part by North Cape Design Build, as well as Barton Insurance Agency, where they support you and your community. Ben says one size fits all just does not apply to insurance, which is why every client of Barton Insurance Agency gets their individual attention. And this game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle and Middleton Building Supply. With 12 locations across Vermont and New Hampshire, you can take a look at all of their products and offerings at lavalleys.com. Last year, both of these teams went 11-7. This year, pretty similar story. Kearsarge ended 12-5. Gilford played one more game, but they ended 12-6. Right now, the D3 playoffs are pretty wide open. Everyone around the state seems to agree that Division III girls basketball seems like it could be anyone's game, more so than any division across the state, boys or girls. Each of these two teams chasing after that state championship, hoping to make it into the semifinal next round. Wilson almost picks up the steal. Instead, it goes out of bounds into the home seating section. Keenan, sister of Olivia, bounces one over. Megan Hughes continues the swing all the way across to Ryan Geyer. She tries to get inside the paint. Kendrigan wraps it up. Gilford keep it, but not for long. There's Shapiro with another steal. Now looking for a target. She's trapped in her own back court. Couldn't find Marinello, and Ed Tenney calls timeout. Just had to burn one there to keep possession.
Timeout, Kearsarge.
Kenny right now just trying to calm his team down through the breakout, trying to coach them through transitions here. Kearsarge knows that Millie Calden lives rent-free in their heads. Anytime they try and travel over half court, Calden's always there making things difficult. Kearsarge, though, they've stayed pretty calm. They haven't let that Gilford offense get activated yet in the second quarter. Right now, they're just playing with that 11-point lead, trying to lock things down on defense, box out well for rebounds, and just control the tempo of this game. They built a nice first quarter lead, and now if they can just control that tempo like Ed Tenney was talking about, they should have a relatively easy time trying to close out Gilford, but you never know. These Gilford shooters could start lighting things up here at any moment. Shapiro to the near side. O.C. Ilg ranges back with it. Kendrigan's got space. She fires the three. Marinello got a touch on it, the last touch, and it's over the baseline. Gilford to inbound here. Calden with it here on the elbow. Kendrigan presses right up to her. Calden able to get the pass off in time, and the back foot on the baseline for Olivia Keenan. And the Cougars get another defensive stop. Scott Courier knows that Gilford has done a great job making Kearsarge uncomfortable with this full court press they've been putting on. Gilford look right now to be sticking with that full court press. Starting to backpedal, Calden squeezes in on Shapiro, but she gets across half court. Swing across, O.C. bounces one over, Boucher on the floor with it, finds Marinello in time. Marinello to the cup, left it short, off the glass, but it stays out. Calden with a nice read, breaks out over half court, passes over to Hughes. She'll put up the triple, and it's in. Megan Hughes drains the three. Kearsarge now. Pocket pick, but out of bounds on the baseline is Keenan. So the Cougars have it back. That's what Gilford needed, a loud three-pointer. Chips away at that lead awfully quick, especially if they can make another one. You want Megan Hughes to build that confidence early in this game and feel comfortable shooting those threes. Here's O.C. Ilg, that's off the back of the rim. Hughes gets the rebound. Hughes can start to heat up here and maybe make another one or two of those before the half. Gilford is right back in this game. That time it was Ryan Geyer with the three-pointer. It was rebounded by Kendrigan. Osceola had that pass slip just between their fingertips there, out of bounds. Gilford get the free defensive stop. Back-to-back offensive possessions ended very abruptly for the Kearsarge Cougars. Gilford defense has looked really good all quarter long. They haven't allowed a point yet. Hughes with another three. Fired. Offensive rebound by Calden. Keeps things alive here for Gilford. Just over 4 minutes to play in the half. Calden finds Hughes again. You can tell they want to get Hughes as many shots as they can, but this time her pass hits off the leg of a Cougar, and Kearsarge recovered. Calden does her thing. Another steal right at midcourt. Shapiro defends well. No foul on the play. But there is just after the shot. Not sure who it's on. Here's another look at the Calden steal. She tried to go end-to-end with it. Twice this game now, Shapiro's defended that chance really well. The foul ended up being on Ryan Geyer. So it's a Cougar ball. They inbound to Shapiro. She looks down the court. Kearsarge with 4 seconds left to cross over. They've got to fire it across. They might run out of time. Shapiro, just in the nick of time, crosses over. Marinello out of nowhere. She appears on your screen just to score points. Flying from her own backcourt, never broke stride, laid it in off the glass. Calden to Hughes with space, another three-pointer. Oh, it stays out. High bounce off the rim. Gilford do get the ball back here. Boucher tried to chase after it. Marinello just kind of pacing herself here and then goes in when she sees the lane. Picking things back up here. Gilford inbounding in the offensive end under the basket here. They find Hughes in the corner. And now it's Ryan Geyer. Pass over now. Grace Kelly's got it. Stopped her dribble in some trouble. Kendrigan pressed up against her, and she does get the steal. Her pass up to Shapiro. A little chaotic, but Shapiro controls it. Cougars trying to get this offense going without the dribble. Look at them fire these passes all the way around the court. Boucher finally bounces the ball once for the Cougars, and they nearly pay for it. Gilford almost got the steal. Cougars still have it alive. Kendrigan to Shapiro. She's finally got some room. Off the front of the rim, it stays out. Rebounding here is Shepard back into the game for Gilford. Ryan Geyer, the three ball off the back of the rim. The tall Shepard gets the rebound. It's now on the floor, jump ball. And it's got to stay in Gilford possession here. I could hear it through the headphones. Ed Tenney said, "Give me the board," calling for the clipboard. Assistant coach said, "Again?" We'll see if that play he's scribbling up on that clipboard ends up paying the dividends here. Still 15-5, Kearsarge out in front by 10 points. First half beginning to wind down. Gilford would love to bounce back in this game a little bit more. Mentally, Gilford still have a ton of confidence. They knew coming into this game that it was theirs even if they ended up trailing early on. They've got the experience coming back against Kearsarge after trailing 14 points. So that 11-point deficit after the first doesn't look so bad at all. Ryan Geyer's going to inbound here. Gilford running the stack play on the inbound. They're able to find Grace Kelly. It's a long jumper off the backboard into the hands of Ilg. Kendrigan with it here. Pass over to Shapiro. She spins, looks for a target inside. Marinello swats it down to the floor and picks it up. I think this is going to be another foul on Olivia Keenan. She's Gilford's second leading scorer on the season, averages 8.4 points per game. That's already her third foul. Still with 2 minutes to play in the half. She's in a bit of foul trouble. Calden will check back into the game as Keenan gets a rest. Calden defending Shapiro. You can see just the zone defense, especially Millie Calden, just makes whoever she's guarding so uncomfortable as Boucher pulls up from the elbow and hits a nice jumper.
I think every player in the state could watch how Millie Calden plays defense and learn a thing or two. She just allows absolutely zero space between whoever she's guarding and herself. It makes such a difference. She's already got 4 steals in this game, has 2 points, could have 6 if it wasn't for some nice defense by Shapiro on the side of Kearsarge. Calden's got it here, defended by Shapiro. And now it's Megan Hughes. She moves inside the arc, and I believe this foul is going to be on Jada Kendrigan.
Here's that foul, number 12, Jada Kendrigan. Her first, team 3.
Geyer breaks the play, inbounds that one to Calden. Grace Kelly driving on the right side. She pulls up for the shot and knocks it down. Almost falling to her right. Grace Kelly with the off-balance shot, and a nice one. Cuts the deficit back down to 10 at 17-7. Skip pass inside. Marinello's got the lane and goes up with it. Tessa Marinello's got 10 points already in this one. She averages 18.6 a game, a top 3 scorer in the state for Division III. Kendrigan gets a nice steal here. Finds Shapiro in transition. Shapiro to the cup, off the glass and in. A nice basket by Shapiro as time really starts to tick down in the first half. Under 30 seconds remain. Shapiro gets another steal. This time it's off Grace Kelly, and now lofting one across to Kendrigan. Blocked by Shepard, but there is a foul. And it is on Maya Shepard. It's her 3rd foul of the game.
Her 3rd, team 5. Jada's at the line, shooting 2.
Jada Kendrigan, no points yet in this one. Had a fantastic first round, putting up 12 against Fall Mountain. All of those points coming off a 3-pointer. Shooting her first, nothing but net.
Number 30, Sky Maltese.
All of the Kearsarge starters have scored a point now after Kendrigan just made her first and her second. 2 for 2 in that trip. 19.2 seconds left in the half. It's 23-7. Cougars now starting to get really comfortable with this lead. Their offense has now fired from everywhere. The student section misleading you. There's 6 seconds left. Grace Kelly loses it here, but will pick it up from the baseline.
Here's that foul, number 3, OCL. Her first, team 4.
Geyer able to find Maltai inside. Too hard off the glass. 3 seconds left in the half. Marinello looking up toward the cup. She'll float it up, but it's off the mark. Heading into halftime, Kearsarge 23, Gilford 7. We'll be back in just a minute for a halftime recap.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Intertown Record.
Welcome back, everyone. It's currently halftime here in the Division III girls quarterfinal between Kearsarge and Gilford. The hosts, Kearsarge, up big right now. 23-7 they lead over Gilford. This is a Gilford team that completed one of the best comebacks of the regular season against Kearsarge. But right now, things for Kearsarge are really going according to plan. The offense has begun to heat up. They outscored Gilford 10-5 in that second quarter and still holding Gilford to under 10 points at halftime. I would say Ed Tenney's got things going just according to plan. For Kearsarge, leading the way, as always it seems, Tessa Marinello. She's got 10 points. Behind her, Ava Shapiro with 7. Jada Kendrigan's got 2. Same with Osiel Ganadera Boucher. As for the Golden Eagles, scoring coming from 3 places, Millie Calden has 2, as well as Grace Kelly. And Megan Hughes had a nice 3-pointer to finally get on the board, but she's got to start being the team's sharpshooter going into the second half. We'll be back after around this 7-minute break as we pick things up back here for the second half.
Need replacement windows? LaValle Middleton is the place. As a building supply company, most major brands are available to them. Whether your thoughts lead you to triple glazing with a glass coating, or a brand offering only a glass coating, LaValle's has the product information. LaValle's does not knowingly let itself be undersold by anyone, anywhere. Replacement windows are a good idea, but it shouldn't be a reason to overpay. LaValle's offers financing through the same sources as others. Often buyers find their financing less costly locally and their business more appreciated. When you hear an offer of no interest or no payments for a year, you can be sure that there's a high price attached. It's a signal that you need to call LaValle Middleton for a competitive price for the same product installed. Call or visit one of our 12 locations or go to lavalles.com. Talk with a project specialist and arrange a visit for measuring and providing a very competitive price.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Intertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Intertown Record.
Welcome back, everybody. We're about to start the third quarter here at Sutton, New Hampshire, and Kearsarge Regional High School. Gilford Golden Eagles right now trailing by 17. The score 23-7. Golden Eagles know that they've got to get this offense going and get it going fast. Their coach Scott Currier, just before we picked up play here, huddled up the team and said, "We know we have to score. It's time to start shooting." And in they go, forcing the foul immediately. That's a nice drive by Olivia Keenan to get things going as she heads to the line. Keenan doesn't have any points yet this game. She could get the monkey off her back here from the free throw line. Shapiro was the one for Kearsarge who picked up the foul.
Shooting 2.
First one kicks off the back of the rim and stays out. I do love this first possession from Gilford, though, attacking the cup just 10 seconds into the possession. No good on the free throws there from Keenan. But hopefully Gilford felt how that possession worked for him. They get right back to it. On the other end, Kearsarge goes straight to it. Tessa Marinello shows us how it's done. She's got 12 points, and it's 25-7. Geyer over to Hughes. Hughes now just inside the arc. Puts up the jumper, and it's in. Can you see the difference in pace that Gilford is attacking with? One or two passes and a catch-and-shoot chance. Marinello goes for it again. Left that one a bit shy. Gilford get the stop. See if they continue that pace here. Ryan Geyer's got it. She passes one over to Keenan. Keenan looks back Geyer's way, and she pulls the trigger off the near side of the rim. Kendrigan goes after it, but there's a foul on the play.
Gilford foul number 10, Maya Shepard. Her fourth, team 1.
Maya Shepard now in foul trouble. May have heard that is her fourth foul of the game. Sky Maltese checks back in for her. Without Maya Shepard, she's the tallest player on Gilford's team. That's when the Marinello mismatch can get awfully real, awfully fast. On the other end, though, Hughes wrestles for the ball here. Possession arrow favoring Kearsarge, so they will hang on. See if without Shepard on the court, the Cougars really try and attack using Marinello inside. They've been doing it all game. Marinello does lead with 12 points, but now she's got the reach advantage over everyone on the court. See if she can really start to make something happen in a hurry. Boucher looking to inbound, just fires that one off the boot of Olivia Keenan. And another chance here for Kearsarge from the baseline. Shapiro to inbound this time. Finds Marinello successfully, trapped by two Golden Eagles in the corner. She gets through it. Turnaround jumper from the elbow, knocked down by Shapiro. And Shapiro's got 9 points so far. Throughout the regular season, she averaged just 8.5 points per game, but just like last year, she plays her best during the playoffs. Already an above average game for her as a double dribble gets called here on Megan Hughes, not something we see often. Last year, Shapiro was the leading scorer in the playoff game between Kearsarge and Gilford. She had 16 in that one. Jada Kendrigan, the three ball. Kendrigan finally finds it from the court floor. Previously just had 2 free throws to her name. Now she's got 5 points.
Kearsarge foul number 21, Tess Marinello. Her second, team 2.
Marinello picks up her second foul. Back into the game for Gilford, Grace Kelly.
11, Grace Kelly.
Megan Hughes heads over to the bench for a rest, chatting with her assistant coach right now. She currently leads Gilford with 5 points in this one. I'm sure right now subbing her out is just talking her through the shots that she has to choose to take here on the other end. Another foul here on Kearsarge, this time it's on Boucher.
Her second, team 3.
Tadera's second foul. Kearsarge letting Gilford freely cross over half court. Millie Calden has it here. The Gilford guard gliding to her right. Now Button hooks back, passes over to Grace Kelly. Ryan Geyer skips one over, Calden. Difficult to do, but she kept the handle, and I believe she might have drawn out the foul on Kendrigan.
Kearsarge foul number 12, Jada Kendrigan. Her second, team 4.
Kearsarge already with 4 fouls in this quarter, nearly putting Gilford in the bonus. Kendrigan bats that one over into the student section. Make sure those guys in the front row are wide awake. Geyer bounces one to the corner. Gilford recovery here. A little chaotic, but they've slowed things back down, trying to get this offense set up again. Olivia Keenan weaves her way inside the arc to pass over. Grace Kelly hits the long two.
Grace Kelly.
Well, Gilford definitely amping up that offense. These possessions are going a lot faster this time around. Marinello lost the handle, gets it back. Into the corner they go. O.C. Ilg with the three-pointer. What a response. The Cougars unfazed. Picking up that Gilford is going to be scoring the basketball here in the third. Just like that, there's another one. Grace Kelly starting to heat up. She now leads Gilford with 6 points. This third quarter turning into a shootout. Kendrigan's got the ball here. Inside to Marinello on the block, and she's called for a travel.
Number 22, Lady Hughes.
Hughes back in the game. After talking with her coaches, we'll see if she just gets the catch and shoot opportunities they're looking for. Millie Calden, what a basket! She just took on all challengers on the side of Kearsarge, made her way from the top of the arc all the way down low. And then with a circus shot with the right hand, had the finger roll to finish, and it's 33-15. Here's another look. Calden just slowly across half court, and then a burst of speed after the head fake to the right. And then what a windmill finish for Calden down low. She's got 4 points, 5 steals in this one. And Gilford starting to put up a hefty fight here in the third quarter. Kearsarge do have 10 points in this quarter. Gilford, they're right behind them. They've got 8 so far. Kearsarge is just getting that 3 ball to fly. That's the only reason they're outscoring, because Gilford right now, it seems like they're outnumbering Kearsarge in chances. It's just been actually hitting the difficult shots that's been putting Kearsarge out in front by just a smidge here. Today's coverage is being provided in part by Barton Insurance Agency, where they know how to serve you and not the big insurance companies. Barton Insurance Agency always looks out for your personal needs when it comes to insurance. Go ahead and give them a call. 4 minutes, 35 seconds left here in the third. Cougars out in front by 18. Miranda Anderson subbed in here for Kearsarge. Just Jada Kendrigan will get a brief rest here on the sideline. Marinello takes it straight to the cup. Off the glass, it stays out. Boucher's there for the rebound and picks up the foul. I believe this foul is going to be on Sky here for Gilford. They call it on Calden. Definitely when she was falling over Boucher there at the end. Shapiro's got it here. Roaming all the way around the perimeter of the arc, now bouncing one back to Marinello. She'll try and fire it inside to Boucher. The kick out, Shapiro the three, and it's in! Ava Shapiro's got 12 points in this one, tied with the scoring lead of Marinello. And the Cougars out front big, 36-15, making a statement here in the quarterfinal game. Everyone knew these two teams matched up so well against each other, but Kearsarge right now are just holding their own. Marinello goes for the layup, fouled on her way. She'll head over to the line. Here's another look. Marinello with 3 Golden Eagles around her, tries to take the chance to the basket. Ends up being fouled by Grace Kelly. Marinello had 1 trip to the free throw line in the first half, went 0 for 2. First one here off the back of the rim, and it stays out. Millie Calden and Grace Kelly both check out of this one for the time being as the Keenan sisters come back in for Gilford. Marinello's second finds the mark. She's back in front with a game-high 13 points. Geyer's got it, nearly lost her balance, had to pass it away. Hughes keeps it in bounds, but Anderson is right there for the steal. Shapiro up to Ilg. Again, nice ball movement by the Cougars. Opens up a shot for Boucher. She can't hit it, but Marinello chases after it, keeps it in bounds. Shapiro back across, Boucher on the block, across to Anderson. Blocked but fouled. I believe it's going to be on Liana Keenan here. Here's another look. The Cougars just firing this pumpkin all around the court.
Per second, team 4. Perez at the line, shooting 2.
First one misses toward the right. Miranda Anderson, mainly a passer for this Kearsarge Cougars team. Second free throw misses, but Boucher gets it and puts it where it belongs. That's Adara's second basket of the game. She's got 4 points, and it's 39-15. Talking with Ed Tenney, though, even though Miranda Anderson may not be a scorer for this team, she's got a really good understanding of how this offense and defense should work. She can facilitate things really well, and on defense, she's always in the right place. She got that last defensive rebound for the Cougars. A lot of the time, she plugs into this team for either Jada Kendrigan or Adara Boucher. This time, it is Kendrigan that she subbed in for. Gilford inbound, Boucher jumps in on the play, ties up with Geyer, and it's a jump ball here. Still going the way of Gilford, they hang on, so says that almighty possession arrow. Geyer passes to the backcourt to Hughes. And now Hughes looking for something, able to find Keenan. Difficult shot, oh, rolls off all sides of the rim and into the hands of Boucher. Now Anderson, far side corner, trying to find Boucher in the paint, diving to the floor. She gets the pass to Shapiro, and Shapiro finishes the play with a three-pointer at that. What an effort just to get the pass off, and then Shapiro, of course, nailing the three-pointer. And on the other end, we've got Olivia Keenan with a nice roll-in layup there. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. What a loud last minute it's been. Guilford take the timeout here, full 60 seconds. Their offense picking up the pace to start the quarter, slowed down a little bit. Maybe Scott Carrier is trying to get it back to where they were at the first horn of this quarter. Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor is helping make today's game coverage possible. They have a full menu of amazing seafood, land fare, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu that'll satisfy the hunger of any size party. Go ahead and check out Bubba's Bar and Grill right there on Newberry Harbor. And today's coverage also being brought to you in part by LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. LaValle and Middleton Building Supply celebrate over 60 years, serving you locally from 12 locations across New Hampshire and Vermont. And we're in the second half. Make sure you stay tuned till the very end of tonight's quarterfinal for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, where we choose the player that had the greatest impact on tonight's quarterfinal. It's 42-17. The Cougars handily in front of Gilford now, starting to flex their muscles over a very formidable fifth-seeded opponent here in the quarterfinal. I think around the state, Kearsarge is viewed as one of the most improved teams throughout the season, and they've got the wins on their resume to show it. After losing to Gilford in their first meeting, they went back and they beat them by 5 points on February 1st at Gilford. They also picked up a win against Winnisquam, who started the season at 9-0. And Kearsarge was the second loss on their season schedule. Couldn't hit the mark that time on offense, could the Cougars? But now Gilford have a chance here to start to make their way back in, but no, Anderson again, great defensive positioning causes the steal, and Shapiro takes it over half court for Kearsarge. Anderson loses it, Hughes picks it up. It's a 2-on-1 rush. Hughes has to spin near the block, in some trouble, throws up the shot, draws out the foul, and she'll head over to the line.
Kearsarge foul number 10, Ava Shapiro. Her second, team 5.
Shapiro's second foul puts Gilford in the bonus for the rest of the quarter.
Number 12, Jada Kendrick.
Kendrick back in for Kearsarge, Alden back in for Gilford. Hughes here shooting her second. She's got 5 points tonight. And make it 6. Blocks out the noise from the student section that time and drains the second free throw. She's tied with Grace Kelly currently. They each have 6 points for Gilford. Wilson's got it here for the Cougars, looking for a target, nearly falling down. Couldn't find Ilg in time. Keenan does get the steal. And I believe Ilg with a reaching foul is going to be the call here.
Kearsarge foul number 3, OCO.
They call it a hold instead of a reach, but it's all the same. An inbound play for Gilford from the far sideline. Under a minute left in the third. Things have kind of settled down here for the moment. Kearsarge out in front heftily, 24 points. They lead over Gilford.
Olivia Keenan's at the line, shooting 2.
First one off the mark to the right for Keenan. Second one a little too far. Hughes fighting for it, but Osceola gets it back for Kearsarge. Shapiro takes a look up at the clock. Under a minute left here in the third. Kendrigan inside. Marinello spins on the block, goes up with it. The basket waved off, and they're going to call the 3-second violation on Marinello here. In the paint a little bit too long. Now Gilford, after the defensive stop, they work it down low, and I believe it's going to be Kendrigan with another foul here. That'll be Kendrigan's third foul of the night.
12, Jada Kendrigan, her third. Sky Maltese is at the line, shooting 2.
Sky Maltese, no points yet in this one.
Leading Kearsarge is number 22, Adira Boucher.
Boucher checking back in for the Cougars. They've got all their starters back out there now. 4 of 5 starters out there for Gilford. Malte hits in the second. She's on the board. Under 30 seconds left here in the third. Osceola with the ball. She'll look inside. Geyer gets the steal for Gilford. 20 seconds left. Bullet pass up to Maltese, and she's going to have to kick it out to Keenan here. Far side, the jumper, no good. Marinello goes up and gets it. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Marinello lost the handle. Gilford recovered. They get it up to Hughes. 3 seconds left. Hughes fires it and drains it at the buzzer. It's a long 2-pointer. Heading into the fourth quarter, it's going to be 42-21. We'll be back in just a minute with the fourth and final quarter here. Stay tuned.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
Welcome back, everybody. About to start the fourth quarter here in Sutton between Gilford and Kearsarge. Kearsarge out in front by double Gilford score. Not something anyone was expecting to see tonight. This massively improved Cougars team outscored Gilford 19-14 in that third quarter. It was the best offensive quarter for the Cougars yet. Here they've got it to Kendrigan, far side, three ball off the front. Marinello gets it back for Kearsarge, looking for a target, finds Shapiro. Shapiro floats it up off the back, and it's out into the hands of Maltese, and she finds Geyer just in time. Geyer across to Hughes, the catch and shoot right on the arc. It's a long two, about as long as you can make them, but Hughes knocks it down. Kendrigan pass denied by Keenan, but Kearsarge hang on to it here. (42-23). Still, for some reason though, doesn't feel like a comfortable lead. I think it's that 14-point comeback Gilford had against Kearsarge earlier. Kearsarge won't have any confidence in their lead until maybe the final 90 seconds. Jump ball gets called, and I believe it's going to be Gilford's possession back here. Maya Shepard comes back in for Gilford. She does have 4 fouls. She'll need to be careful. She's the defense down low that has the task of guarding Tessa Marinello. Not an easy thing to do. Marinello so far, she's got 13 points. Second on Kearsarge to Ava Shapiro, who has 15. Geyer, the floater, goes up and gets after her own rebound, able to find Keenan. And Gilford hang on to possession here. Nice pass by Geyer, but Keenan couldn't finish the layup directly under the basket. It's a tough one to hit. She found the bottom of the rim. We'll see Ilg back to Shapiro, bounce pass over to Kendrigan. Not enough time to shoot. Lost the handle, Ilg recovers. Shapiro steps, the 3 ball off the rim, and it stays out. Marinello there, couldn't put back the second chance. Third chance off the bottom of the rim. Fourth chance falls for Marinello. Marinello now with 15 points, tied with Ava Shapiro. Ryan Geyer on the far side, trying to work her way in, does draw out the foul from O.C. Ilg. Here's another look. Marinello just doing some stat padding here, gets 3 rebounds, 2 points on the play. Final one goes up, had some backspin on it, just kissed it off the glass and in. Ryan Geyer's here at the line, shooting the free throws for Gilford. I believe all the starters are back out there now for both teams. Student section proving to be pretty successful so far for the free throws. Geyer's second. She's used to the noise, knocks that one down. Ryan Geyer, Gilford's leading scorer on the season, averages 10.9 points per game. Only 1 point so far in this one. We haven't seen her take too many shots either. I'm not sure if she just doesn't have the space out there to shoot, if Kearsarge is doing a good job guarding her, or if maybe the confidence isn't there for Geyer tonight. But I'm surprised we haven't seen her try to attempt some more on the offensive end. Kendrigan's long jumper, no good. Geyer gets the rebound, hustling after it here. Almost lost control, but regained it. Fired across to Keenan.
And now they've got Hughes with space from 3 off the rim. Marinello gets it back. Shapiro floats one over. Marinello inside. They kick it out. Kendrigan for 3. No. Boucher, nice job crashing the board. Tied up with Shepard. Jump ball call. Grace Kelly back in the game. I was wondering when we would see her back. She's got 6 points for Gilford right now. Second on the team in scoring behind Megan Hughes, who has 8, who just went over to the bench for a rest. Grace Kelly was really starting to heat up. Scored 3 baskets in a hurry in the third quarter and then was taken out. She's not in foul trouble, only has 1 so far, and it seems like she's got the hot hand for Gilford. Marinello goes down low, finds the foul. That is 5 on Maya Shepard. Her night is done. And now with the tallest Golden Eagle out of the way, Tessa Marinello could really start to challenge them down low even more than she already has. She's got 15 points. Her first free throw bounces high but stays out. Second one rattles around the rim a bit, also stays out. Marinello uncharacteristically not doing well from the free throw line tonight, just 1 for 6. We're used to her shooting around 70% from the line. Nice block there by Boucher in the defensive end. Grace Kelly stopped the dribble, had to find the target to pass to, ended up going to Calden. Calden pressed up by Kendrigan, finds Kelly again. Tries to go across to Maltese. Marinello swats it to the floor, end to end, lays it in. She is so good. Just talking about how she wasn't making the free throws, but she's too busy doing fancy stuff like that. The steal, the rip, and the run with the layup to finish. Shapiro across. Boucher puts it up. Off the glass and the rim and out. Couldn't find Ilg with the pass, but it's last tipped by Gilford. Here's one more look at that Marinello play. Watch her just read this pass. Knocks it to the floor in stride. All the way sets up that right hand for the layup. Shapiro for 3, rolls off the rim. Ilg after the rebound, as is Marinello. Shapiro comes away with it. Puts up the high floater, fouled on the shot, and she's headed back to the line and wearing a big smile.
Gilford foul number 3, Lily Colton. Her second, T2. Hayes at the line, shooting 2.
Shapiro and Marinello just trying to outdo each other in this one. Shapiro's got 15, Marinello 17. Shapiro won't be tying the game high in this trip to the line.
Correction on that foul is on number 30, not number 3.
Marinello, with some help, gets the offensive board. Boucher collects it for Kearsarge. Shapiro puts up the floater. Tied up again with Marinello at 17 points. Couldn't hit the free throws, could hit the chaotic floater. Grace Kelly, long jumper, no good. Boucher gets it back for Kearsarge. Oh, that's a double dribble there. She knows it. She's just laughing it off right now. That was a funny one. So Gilford will take it back. Free possession for them. Keenan over to Calden. Nice defense by Kendrigan to keep Calden on the outskirts of the perimeter here. Looks like Kendrigan picked up another foul. I believe that's going to be her 4th. She's now in trouble.
Kearsarge foul number 12, Jada Kendrigan. Her 4th, team 2. The game for Kearsarge is number 20, Miranda Anderson.
Shapiro swats the inbound pass down, doesn't chase after it though, and Gilford just pick it back up on their own backcourt. Geyer in the paint, goes for the difficult shot. Shapiro on the defensive end picks up the foul.
Kearsarge foul number 10, Ava Shapiro. Her third, team 3. Brian Geyer's at the line, shooting 2.
A war between student sections, and the home team seems like they're always gonna win. Geyer hits the first free throw, blocks out all the noise. Nicely done by Geyer. 48-25 the score, 3 minutes, 20 seconds to play in tonight's quarterfinal. Ilk skips one up to Marinello. Couldn't be handled, but it is out of bounds off Olivia Keenan. Inbounded by Boucher. Marinello across to Anderson. Pass too high, couldn't handle it. And I believe Geyer just picked up a pretty rough foul here.
Gilford foul number 1, Brian Geyer. Her third, team 3.
It's a great year of basketball for Kearsarge fans. Their boys team already firmly planted in the state semifinal, and the girls team with a hefty lead in this one, 3 minutes to play. Look like they're gonna equal things out and also make a trip to the semis. Boucher inside, excellent ball movement all around by Kearsarge. And Boucher, the beneficiary there, finishes the play with a nice 2 points. Megan Hughes here, works her way into the paint, ball to the floor. Marinello gets the steal. Shapiro attacking, button hooks back. Pass inside to Marinello. She drew 2 Gilford defenders out, but Marinello didn't have quite enough space to find the shot. Nice pass again, Boucher once again the beneficiary. Boucher's got 8 points, 4 points in an awful hurry as well. Some nice passes on back-to-back possessions by Shapiro to Boucher, and now on the other end, Anderson gets the steal. Hughes picks it back up for Gilford. She stole it away from Anderson. Keenan goes for the layup. Blocked, but it's out of bounds off Keenan last. She tried to recover after it was blocked. Ilk taken out for Naima Wilson. Ilk with a pretty great game defensively. 5 points in this one for her. A nice layup and a three-pointer in the first half. Boucher inbounds to Marinello. And she'll take a look up the court where she finds Wilson. Wilson lost it on the elbow. Recovered here, passed off to Marinello, and it's another jump ball. This is going to be Gilford possession. .147 left to play. Kearsarge out in front by 27 in this one. Making a statement here in the quarterfinal. They should have no troubles here holding on to this lead till the final buzzer. What an improvement this year for Kearsarge. And it's noticeable just against Gilford here in this rivalry that's been so good over the last 2 years. Marinello taken out likely for the final time tonight. She ends with 17 points. Shapiro also has 17 points, and I think in the back of Shapiro's mind, she knows the two are tied. Look for her to be the shooter on one of these upcoming possessions here. The two have a really competitive friendship where they always like to outdo each other. Marinello, the senior all-state center, usually gets the better of Shapiro in scoring, but I'm sure anytime Shapiro is able to outscore Marinello, it's an awful point of pride. Megan Hughes with it here. She'll take the three-pointer off the front of the rim. Wilson for the rebound. called for the push from behind.
Here's our foul, 5, Nye Wilson. Her first, team 4. And the game for Gilford's number 14, Leanna Keenan. And number 11, Grace Kelly.
Grace Kelly back in for Gilford. Madison Bennett for the Cougars makes an appearance here. Geyer gets the inbound, takes the corner 3, high off the rim, both sides, but it stays out. Boucher takes it down for Kearsarge. Shapiro across half court, under a minute to play here in the quarters. No shot clock in high school hoops, maybe a bit of Kearsarge keep away going on to close out this one. Boucher, bounce pass back over to Shapiro. .35 seconds remain. Kearsarge will go on to play either St. Thomas or White Mountain. St. Thomas, the number 1 seed, only 1 loss this season for them. White Mountain, the number 9 seed, pulled off the first round upset against Prospect Mountain. Those two facing off right now. We're not sure who the official next opponent will be for Kearsarge, but we are sure that Kearsarge will definitely hang on to this lead. First time Kearsarge has made the state semifinal in over 8 years. That's as far back as Bob Littman and I went on the New Hampshire Sports Page archives. I believe that's as far back as they go. Last state championship they won was way back in 2002. They won the Class I state championship. Ed Tenney was their head coach for that one. He's got experience winning state titles. He's got 2 of them, both with Kearsarge. He's definitely hunting another one this year. He knows he's got the talent to get it done, even as an underdog, even as a 4 seed. Kearsarge has some realistic sights set on that state championship. The sharpshooters, Ava Shapiro, Jada Kendrigan, seem to be dialed in for the playoffs, and as always, the senior Tessa Marinello. She is awfully hungry to get that state title in her senior season. Backcourt violation called on Shapiro. 21.2 seconds to play. Stay tuned at the end for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, where we choose the player who had the greatest impact on tonight's game. Grace Kelly with it, long jumper taken off the glass, it stays out. Wilson couldn't get the rebound, they get it back out to Keenan. 5 seconds left. And time will tick down. Kearsarge, the girls and the boys are going to the semifinal. The girls win tonight 52-25 over Gilford. And your H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game goes to Ava Shapiro, tied with Tessa Marinello, both of them with 17 points in this one. My name is Berkeley Stevens. Thank you for watching tonight. Hopefully we'll see you for the semifinals.